just being available and being flexible, knowing that, you know, things can be stressful on both ends.
Emails versus phone calls versus letters.
Maybe email. I know email, you know, was probably the best for me, just because between work and not knowing what's the best time, you know, to be able to reach me, you know, and not knowing what your schedule is like as a vendor. Not knowing if the evening's better, you know, for you, or, you know, if you're available more during the day, well, that's when I'm working, so, you know, probably the email is probably the best.
Yeah, I would definitely say email is probably the easiest. I would say phone calls too, but like she said, we're not always available. A lot of times we're working when you're working. So, you know, I have had a few people leave me messages and I've called them back, but email seems to be the fastest way sometimes.
I like phone calls. It's more personable, and it kind of gets it out there. If you phone call and then you follow up with an email, and a lot of times working with the bride's schedule, because most people work 9 to 5, and I know a lot of vendors, they're not available after 5, so it's hard to even call them back if you don't get a chance during your lunch break or any other break. But phone calls to me are more personable.
I'm real big on phone calls, so I can actually talk to my vendors, but then I really like to follow up with emails just to kind of jot down everything that we talked about in our phone conversation, so we have a hard copy of everything and we can refer back to anything if we need to. And so emails and phone calls are really great.
The question was how they could get in touch with us before they have their business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Emails, because if you call me and I don't know that number, caller ID, I'm not going to answer it. If you send me a piece of mail, it's not something I've solicited for, I'm going to not even open it most likely. But I've found that with emails, I open them, especially if they have something that says wedding and I'm in shopping for wedding.